Hello everyone. Do you know today Coca-Cola is Indian soft drink market leader with more than 65% of market share. But the journey of Coca-Cola in India is just like up and downs of a roller coaster ride. So today we are going to become part of that journey and we'll find out how Coca-Cola dominate the Indian market by competing with Parle's brand like Thums Up. And in last, we will discuss some business lesson from this case study. So let the war begins. So the story begins back in 1950 when Coca-Cola entered the Indian market. At that time, India was newly released from the rule of British and there was a huge market to target. Also, there was no law like FERA, due to which Coca-Cola enjoys 100% of market share without government interventions. And Coca-Cola became the first choice of Indian consumers. But Indian government at that time was against Coca-Cola as they were not investing much in India and enjoy huge profit. So, for this purpose, in 1974, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act was introduced, according to which MNCs can hold up to 40% stake in non-technical business operating in India and had to sell 60% stake to Indian investors. So, to get exemption from this law, Coca-Cola started proving themselves as a technology-driven company so that they can have higher holdings. But they failed to do so and RBI rejected this petition. But that was not enough. In 1977, several small parties come together to form Janata Party, which defeated Indian Congress. And new industry minister George Fernandez was too nationalist and was against foreign companies like Coca-Cola. He wanted to kick Coca-Cola from Indian markets at any cost. So for this purpose, he hit the most soft spot of company, that was their secret formula or recipe. Company was asked to reveal their secret formula or leave India. They left with no choice and had to leave India. But the Indian consumers were in love with Coca-Cola and a huge gap was formed in Indian soft drink market. So to fill this vacuum, several local companies started launching their products like Campa Cola. Even the government launched a cola called Double 7 to show the end of Congress era and to provide employment to those workers who lost their jobs after Coca-Cola leaves India. But their business models failed to do so. But a man saw great opportunity to fill this void, and that man was the brand man of India, Ramesh Chauhan. He identified the love of Indians towards spices, and in 1977, under Parle company, whose Parle-G biscuits are still popular, he launched Thums Up, which was completely desi and India oriented. Thums Up became great substitute of Coca-Cola and their campaigns like Taste the Thunder became so popular. By early 1990s, Thums Up captured around 80% of market share, enjoying their monopoly. But the real thriller was yet to come. With the need of globalization and to improve foreign trade relations, in 1991, economic reforms took place and LPG policy was introduced by Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Our economy, polity and society have to be made extraordinarily resilient and alert if we are to take full advantage of the opportunities and to minimize the risks associated with the increasing globalization of economic processes. We have to accept the need for restructuring and reform if we are to avoid an increasing marginalization of India in the evolving world economy.
According to those reforms, a foreign company can run business in India with an increased holding of 51%. This made Coca-Cola eager to enter huge Indian market again. And in 1993, Coca-Cola was relaunched in India. They started with Delhi and Agra by painting the towns in red with their branding to announce their comeback in India. But at that time, Thums Up had become first choice of Indians. And to dominate the Indian market, Coca-Cola had to compete with them. So for this purpose, they started finding some loopholes or weak point in business model of Thums Up and was able to do so. At that time, there were only 62 bottling plants in India, and out of these, Parle only owns 4 plants and rest of them are of franchise model. For any beverage business, these bottling plants are the most important factor of business. So Coca-Cola took advantage of this loophole and started buying these plants one by one, as they had huge capital for investments. Due to this, the manufacturing and distribution channel of Thums Up was completely destroyed and they were left only with few plants and were not able to fulfill the demands. And in absence of Thums Up, Coca-Cola was always there. After this, Coca-Cola offered Chauhan to sell his brands, and with huge losses, he had no choice. He sold all his brands Thumbs Up, Limca, Gold Sport, Citra and Maaza for $60 million. And by this, Coca-Cola captured 60% of market share, while their another rival PepsiCo held only 30% market share at that time. After this, Coca-Cola started rebranding these brands, and there was a plan to discontinue Thumbs Up. But Thumbs Up was much popular among the youth in India, due to which they had to continue this brand. And now, Thumbs Up under Coca-Cola is a $1 billion brand in India. This is how Coca-Cola is still dominating the Indian soft drink market with more than 65% of market share. Now, let's move on to the business lessons from this case study. First business lesson that we can learn from this is the need of continued evolution and risk management. Parle, which was the market leader in 1990s, did not evaluate the future risk and was stagnant. With huge profits for several years, they just owned 4 plants, due to which they faced huge failure. So, risk management and continued evolution according to business environment is mandatory for success. Second business lesson is from Coca-Cola side. That is consistency and consumer preference. With lots of up and downs in business, they remain consistent and always look for market opportunities to tackle the competition. Along with this, they understand the consumer behavior, and their taglines like Open Happiness and other Indian campaigns attract Indian consumers, and they started loving Coca-Cola as an Indian brand. Third business lesson that we can learn is never mess or try to change consumer behavior. As the initial plan of Coca-Cola was to discontinue Thumbs Up, but if they did so, then consumers would choose Pepsi rather than Coca-Cola, because at that time Pepsi was the second biggest brand after Thumbs Up. So a business which do not want their consumers to have change in their life has more success chances. So this was all about the success story of Coca-Cola in India. If you like the video, then please subscribe my channel, and lots of business case studies are yet to come. Thank you for watching.